Hi there, I'm David, founder of the Dual Substrate system. What I'm going to do is take you through an end-to-end flow of the Dual Substrate system. Dual basically stands for the fact that we separate the thinking of the AI from the memory. I'm going to log in, which is just, I'll take my phone there. I'm using Microsoft Authenticator Wallet. I've logged in. I've just got to press next. That sets up a verified identity and authentication for me. It's quite easy actually, so you don't have to stuff around by putting in some kind of code or anything like that if you're using multi-factor authentication. So now we're inside the DSS control plane. First thing that I'd like to show you is managing a surface. A surface could be a chat. It could be an agent workflow system that you're using. It could be a Telegram that you've set up, Telegram chat with various models, various people that can access that chat. So we can see one surface that we have here. Click on that, and I will show you what you can do with a surface. So we have the surface, get a bit of information, has a name, and then you have under it the ledger, which is like a database that holds all the entries of that surface, all the interactions. It has the various models that you've added to that particular surface. You can see here under my face being recorded, there's Anthropic, Claude, there's Gemini. We also have Grok and OpenAI as well. You could see if my face wasn't there. I can move that, and I can't move that. What we can also see is that we can change the access permissions for each of these principals, which are people and models, and even the ledger itself. So you can see me there. I have manage access. I can write. And what is this? What do I talk about when I talk about Surface? So let's go and launch that. What we have here, we have a single sign-on. So once I've signed on, I can launch an external surface. Let me just remove that one. It's with launcher 4. And it's signed in already. As I said, you can have a number of different surfaces. I want to show you this one. And remember, we had already set up prior to this the different models. So you can see there's models that I set up within that admin control. The permissions you can't necessarily see there, but you can see the permissions that I have there. And you can also have all the sort of chat entries. This is just, it's a model agnostic conversation. Doesn't matter if I change one of those models, it'll keep the context. And you can see that here. Let's actually go to one of these things. So let's say there's some chat that I had. It's the same kind of chat that's going along. If I click onto that, I can copy that coordinate. And what's cool is I actually can see that coordinate when I go to the activity. So I jump to the activity. And what this means is all the people that you've authorized to use various surfaces or various models that you want to interact with, you can see what's actually going on there. So that's an activity of things like when people log in, when they interact, when there's a new record added to the database or the ledger. So let's actually find that one. We're in here, do a search, see that comes up. While that's loading, might actually, oops, it came up. Okay, I was going to load more. But you can see that that one comes up right here. It's already opened. It tells you the timestamp when that conversation or that response was made. I can get the full payload of that as well. So what was that response made up of? The various telemetry or metrics that are used. There's the actual response there. You can see a number of things. So let's say, for example, let's get that one. There it is there, reference. Actually, let me just double check I've got the right one. I want the coordinate. I think it's the same anyway. Yes, it's the same. Let's grab that. Okay. So there's your coordinate. Let's say I want to share that with someone. I'm going to put that here. So this is an external application, right? I've actually had the same one open. So let's resolve that. You can see that's did the handshake. So yes, that's perfect. It's a proper coordinate. We have the right permissions. We can see that. You can see also the response right here, and that's the response that is basically the same response as this one. You see that's in the chat. It's talking about, I think, thinking. I'm not sure what the question I had there. Okay. Yeah, so yes, spot on observation about talking about how DSS is not stateless. It goes beyond stateless, so it keeps the memory. That was just my question to the chat itself. Um, so stateless, same thing, talking about that. And what we can do, if I like that response, I can say, yes, let's just open up the payload. So you can see the payload, same payload that you can see in the control plane. I might say, let's say someone else was able to access this and they think it's a good response, because we want to have humans in the loop to provide some type of response or approval to certain entries, because that's going to increase the scoring of that particular entry itself, which means it's going to be more likely to come up more and be retrieved from the system. So I might say, reason, I'm going to give it a good score. Maybe it's good, it's not approved, but it's good. Um, thanks. That's helpful response. So it might be another individual that comes along and proves this. So think about this in various settings, such as in supply chains, when you need to verify, let's say, a summary that comes out for the types of products that are put forward, or it might be a medical situation, or just a simple kind of use between people in a company. So you can see here it's added my score. It says I'm human, there's my score, and gives some other information about myself and the details. And it's provided also, yeah, this is a good response. It says the source or the surface, which is a decoder app as well. So we have that there. And that's pretty much all I wanted to show you. The fact that we can manage a variety of models, surfaces, etc. We can see the activity. We can, go through and even have like an advanced search with the various activity. And the activity means anything, any interaction that's happened between different models and people and etc. And so if it's quite extensive, and you have a lot of surfaces and a lot of models and a lot of people using it, then it's quite helpful to have the ability for advanced search and to be able to search a number of things. So hopefully that was helpful. Thank you very much.